bitches, hoes, skanks, and me. I don't know what kind of intro that was, but whatever. What's up, guys? This is Crimska here. Battle for you guys. This battle is standard OU. Ew. It's standard. Whatever. Sandstorm everywhere. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Anyways, I got this Get battle versus Dropper24. This was on the Smogan Wi-Fi battle finder, whatever, which I am never going back to ever again because 90% of the battles there are complete shit. However, this guy was actually pretty good. And you know, I saw he had a Kajando, and 90% of the time when you see a Kajando, they're probably leading with it. However, for some fucking reason, I didn't think so, and I led with the T-Tar as he leads with a fucking Mian Chao. Kajando, Mian Chao. Kajando sounds better, don't you think? I think so. So, anyway, so I just switch out, go into my big penis to cock block that high jump kick, even though it still does a fuck ton. Oh my god, that does a lot. But you know, he sees, he doesn't see that I have an item, so I guess he's assuming I'm choiced, except I'm not. I'm expert belt, because that's the way I roll with shit, and yes. So, he got him on top out here. He got the Intimidate, which kind of sucks, but, you know, Sucker Punch ain't gonna do jack shit to my sub, okay? Ain't? Did I really just say ain't? Yeah, I said ain't. And Earthquake, even with the Intimidate, it's gonna do some damage to a hit on top, and that's probably max HP and defense, and still, that's pretty decent chunk for a max defense and HP hit on top. But, you know, Earthquake's gonna do, you know, some damage because of the Sand Force boost and whatever. So, yeah. So I switch out, go into my Rotom because, well, I don't want to die, and he switches out into his Rotom because he doesn't want to die either. So, yeah. But his Rotom doesn't have an item, and mine does, so I guess he just Volt Switches thinking he's gonna Volt Switch first. So, yeah. And I go for the Will-O-Wisp thinking he's going to Volt Switch and do something that will get hurt by Will-O-Wisp. However, he goes into Latias and I miss. Not only was the Will-O-Wisp not going to do shit in the first place, but I miss. So, yeah. Actually, getting a Will-O-Wisp on a Latias isn't that bad because they're Calm Mind and shit, so, you know, whatever. And I definitely was going to Will-O-Wisp the second time, however, I thought that was too obvious. But then, once I switched to Tyranitar, I was thinking, wow, that was even more obvious, so that really should not have happened. So, I stay in for two reasons. One, I thought he was going to not high jump kick. Two, I thought high jump, actually no, I thought high jump kick was going to kill, even though I had a Chople Berry, but I thought he was going to, like, U-turn. So, I don't know, whatever. And then, so I go into my big penis again, and then he beats the speed tie. Which, yeah, they're both at base 105. And he beats the speed tie, and I die. So that fucking sucks. So I have a dead Landorus on my hands. So he switches out, goes into his own close combat, whatever. Close combat fucks up the top. And I do not understand his nickname, but whatever. So he switches out, goes into his Metagross. Obviously, a CC won't kill a Metagross, so I have to kinda, you know, go into Rotom. Rotom's actually a really good counter. He actually ends up going for Agility. I was like, the fuck? Agiligross? I haven't seen that shit in 5th gen, ever. But yeah, but Rotom pretty much walls it. And, I go for Will-O-Wisp, and I was like, head fucking desk. He has a Heatran. Why am I doing stupid plays, bro? I hate stupid plays. Stupid plays are dumb. But whatever. I just stay in. I go for Will-O-Wisp. Like, yeah, I go for Will-O-Wisp again. No, I go for the Hydro Pump, and it does not. It does barely over half. But after lefties, it's not gonna be a 2-hit KO. So that's a fucking defensive Heatran you got there. But you know, whatever. He goes for Stealth Rocks, and then he goes for Protect just to make sure that he doesn't die to Hydro Pump. And here I kind of thought he was going to go into Latias or something that could take a Hydro Pump, like his own Rotom. So I was going to go for Volt Switch, but yeah, he doesn't. So whatever. But I decided to go into Terrakion because I thought he was going to use, like... Yeah, I don't even know what the fuck he was going to use, but I knew Terrakion could pretty much take it. Yeah, you know, whatever. It's toxic. I don't give a shit. And whatever. So he goes for Protect again. I go for Stone Edge. Because I was thinking, okay, he has Latias, he has Rotom, he has Kajando. Kajando will still take a fuck ton from Stone Edge. Actually, I think it would be a 2-hit KO. So I thought, you know, Stone Edge is a pretty safe move, except, you know, he had a Metagross. And I fucking facepalm, and I was like, okay, you have Metagross. Duh. Okay. So, and I missed to boot, so it doesn't even, yeah, whatever. It fucking sucks. So, I go into Rotom again. Rotom takes the Meteor Mash like a fucking champ. And he gets hurt by Life Orb, and yeah, that's that. So, thinking at this point, he's not gonna go back into fucking Heatran. I mean, I'm going for Will-O-Wisp for like a third fucking time. He's not gonna go into Heatran thinking, yeah, whatever. I was thinking he wouldn't, whatever. Yeah. I can't fucking speak. Whatever, I burn his fucking Latias. Latias gets burned! And I switched to my Pinch Your Tits because he likes pinching manly tits, even though it's a female, but whatever. And he goes for Calm Mind. Now, for some fucking reason, I did not think he'd go for HP Ice. Now, I was thinking, okay, he probably has HP Ice. Okay? And I'm gonna go for Superpower, thinking, okay, he doesn't want to get hit by a fucking, Bullet Punch or a whatever. I mean, I know Bullet Punch wouldn't kill, but it would do a fuck ton. And, yeah, and I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I thought he was going to go onto either Rotom or Heatran to take the Bullet Punch, and I'd Superpower their face in, but obviously that doesn't work, so I'm fucking dumb. So I go on a nice rack, and I go for a close combat because, well, he's not going to stay in. It's not like HP Fire / Dragon Pulse is going to kill me anyways, so yeah, dead Kajondo's fucking dead. That's how it works around here. So it goes back into Latias. And, since he doesn't have any Calm Minds or anything, I go into Big Bitch, which, by the way, I need to re-nickname this thing because it's really retarded. I don't know how Big Bitch has anything to do with MapCRimSoN. Does anybody know? No, I don't think, no. So, I go for the Flash Cannon, the Choice Specs Flash Cannon. That's what this MapCRimSoN is, it's Choice Specs. And Flash Cannon actually does a lot. I'm not gonna lie. It does like 60%, but then it gets a special defense drop. So I thought, okay, there's no way in fucking hell this guy's gonna stay in when he lost special defense, and I'm locked into freaking Flash Cannon. I mean, that obviously did Specs amount of damage. He has a Rotom and a Heatran. They can both take it. He has a Heatran that can fucking burn my MapCRimSoN to death. But no! He has to go for HP Fire. And I'm like, the fuck? Okay. But, whatever. I mean, he's at low enough HP that HP Ice is probably going to kill it even though it recovers, and if he doesn't attack, he's at low enough HP that Will-O-Wisp is going to kill. So I just pretty much Death Fodder just so the fucking Latias dies. So yeah. So he has I have MapCRimSoN Terrakion, he has a Metagross, Heatran, and a Scarf Rotom. So I go into Big Bitch. Now, he goes into Metagross, and I'm like, fuck, well, I have to go for Thunder. And I hit Thunder, and it's going down, it's going down, it's going down. Oh my god, MapCRimSoN, you are strong as fuck. You just took down a fucking Metagross, okay? He goes into Heatran, and I thought, okay, I know this thing's bulky, but I thought, Specs Thunder, come on. Come on, it doesn't fucking kill. Why did I fucking stay in? I should have went into Terrakion in the first place. No, I don't know. I thought he was actually going to Earth Power, so never mind. Maybe that wasn't the greatest idea. Never mind. But still, fuck, that did a lot, okay? So, at this point, okay, Heatran, and he's going for Protect, so I thought he was trying to bank on the Toxicol. He actually goes for a double Protect. And I was thinking, whoa, maybe his Rotom isn't Scarf. Maybe it's like Rest Chesto or something. So, I was thinking I had the game right here because he doesn't have Scarf Rotom. I mean, why would he double Protect? Unless he's trying to kill me with Volt Switch, but even then, shit. I thought I won, but no, he has a Scarf Rotom, and Scarf Rotom takes me out with a Hydro Pump. Actually, I wouldn't have even Hydro Pumped. I think I would have calced how much Volt Switch would have done, and done Volt Switch, but whatever. I mean, he kills me nonetheless. Good game, 1-0. Yeah, so please, and I know you're going to, point out every single misplay I did in this battle, because I know every one of you are going to do it. So, yeah, go ahead and do that. So, that's the game. Hope you guys enjoyed. Blah, 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 blah. More battles later. And shit. Goodbye.